Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Haley has the night off. Our top story, Hurricane Irma. The storm, now one of the most powerful storms ever recorded over the Atlantic, and it's already made landfall, devastating some Caribbean islands. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan has the latest track on the storm and its potential impact for us here on the Suncoast. Bob?
Thanks, Scott. Yeah, it's an amazing storm. It is a 185-mile-an-hour storm for over 24 hours, which is a record. There's more energy in this storm than all the storms we've had this season, including Harvey. That's right, including Harvey. This is just a expansive storm that continues to wreak havoc all throughout the northern Leeward Islands right now, right through Antigua and Barbuda, as well as Anguilla, and now through the U.S. and British Virgin Islands, and now just northeast of Puerto Rico, heading off toward the west-northwest. Get a look at the latest on the coordinates. Again, it's moving toward the west-northwest at 16. The pressure is still extremely low, 914 millibars. That's come up a little bit. It is encountering some shear on the southwest edge at this point, but not enough to really shut it down, and it continues to march off around an area of high pressure which is located just to the north of it. But there is a weakness in that high pressure ridge, and it's in this weakness that the storm is going to make a break to the north due to a low pressure trough over the lower Mississippi Valley. And that weakness, if it's stronger than it's projected, it's going to push the storm a little bit further off to the west. And that's the reason why we're still in that cone of uncertainty. Not a lot of models take it into the western Gulf of Mexico right now, but it bears watching to see how strong that high is. Most models agree that that high is going to weaken, and it's going to find that little crease that it can go through and approach southeast Florida sometime late Saturday and into Sunday morning. And it could be a dangerous, catastrophic Category 4 hurricane as it makes its way in. Again, we will see, it looks like if it were to follow this path, we never really like to focus on the center line, but if it were to follow this path, we would definitely see tropical storm force winds here approaching hurricane force, especially in our inland counties, in Highlands, Hardee, and DeSoto counties. It would be the low end. It wouldn't be the catastrophic Category 4 hurricane winds. That core would stay well east of our immediate area. However, a slight shift to the west, and we would certainly be in it. So we're not out of the woods by any stretch. The model shifted east. That was a good thing this morning, but it hasn't shifted at the 5 o'clock advisory. This is the wind flow and the wind pattern and the radius of the strong winds as it marches off to the west-northwest. There are new warnings in effect for the central Bahamas, and the Turks and Caicos will get hammered by this storm. It's going to be a 20-foot storm surge as it makes its way through. Now, there may be some interaction with Cuba, so that could weaken it somewhat, but it doesn't appear to be too much as it makes its way off to the northwest. And this is a Saturday at 2 p.m. The tropical storm force winds will start to enter into South Florida and the Keys, and then eventually places beyond that. Now, we will see the possibility of our strong winds here late Sunday and into Monday morning. You'll notice not many lines here as far as that center across west central Florida. That's a good thing, but close enough to us to give us some problems. And tropical storm force winds are nothing to laugh at. We can have some problems with that, trees downing as well as power outages and some very heavy rainfall. That's what we're anticipating now. There should not be a big storm surge. I know a lot of people have been asking about that. The storm surge will be felt along the east portion of the storm. We will get some piling up of the water here along the coast, but it should not be significant. It will cause some coastal flooding. We'll have more on that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Here on the Suncoast, emergency management centers are taking the necessary precautions to make sure everyone stays safe. Both Manatee and Sarasota County EOCs are trying to anticipate what kind of problems Irma will bring here to the Suncoast. ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo joins us live at Sarasota County's Emergency Operations Center with more. Dwayne?
Well, Scott, at this point, Manatee County has declared a state of emergency. Sarasota County has not. But they're continuing to look at this storm closely, making sure residents are informed and making smart decisions.
Manatee County pushing forward and bracing for Irma. EOC Chief Sherilyn Burris says if you do have the means to evacuate, do so.
We are facing a very interesting scenario with the majority of Florida's peninsula being impacted by winds or storm surge or both. So not only are we evacuating, but all of our neighbors to the south are as well.
In Sarasota County, Emergency Management Chief Ed McCrane says they're monitoring the storm closely, staying in close contact with the National Weather Service.
As it continues to move to the east, we're seeing less and less of that threat in our area. So that's one of the reasons we're still monitoring. It's one of the reasons we haven't called for any evacuations yet. We're prepared to do all those things. We've looked at worst case, best case scenario.
Also saying they could expect to feel effects from the hurricane as early as Friday. with storm conditions that can get worse at any time.
The storms go through life cycles as they're traveling through the Caribbean or the Atlantic, and we don't know what the storm is going to be when it makes landfall or if it regenerates even more powerful when it goes into Carolina. We just have to watch it. It's definitely something that we haven't seen in 12 years.
Sheriff Tom Knight reassuring county residents that his deputies are ready to go and urges the public to do the same.
To be patient and don't panic, remain calm, and use your best judgment, but be prepared.
But the key for both counties at this point is helping those who can't help themselves.
In the state of Florida, nursing homes, assisted living facilities, hospitals, and any residential healthcare facility is required by state law to have a plan.
Now, both Burris and McCrane stressing now is the time to prepare and making sure you know where you will be before the storm hits. Reporting live in Sarasota, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
All right, Dwayne, thank you so much. Area school districts also taking precautions by canceling classes later this week. Manatee, Sarasota, Charlotte County schools all announcing plans to switch into emergency modes. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates is here with those details. Bobeth?
That's right. School and most extracurricular activities have been suspended in both Manatee, Sarasota, and Charlotte counties as officials say they're preparing for the worst.
As Hurricane Irma continues its projected path towards the state of Florida, area school districts say they aren't taking any chances.
Because we are committed to our students and our families, we've made the decision along with the EOC to, one, have school tomorrow on Thursday, but we will be closing all our schools on Friday.
Manatee County Superintendent Dr. Diana Green says after school ends Thursday, they will begin transforming 24 area schools into shelter locations just in case they're needed. And they aren't the only ones. Sarasota School District also using some locations as shelters, and they're expected to close their doors Friday, a move that has both students and parents reacting.
We haven't gotten to close down school in a while. Like last year, whenever there were storms, they didn't close it down at all, but it's nice to have one day off.
Well, I think it's a really good idea for Sarasota to close schools. This thing looks pretty nasty, and with Manatee already closing their schools on Friday, it wouldn't make sense for Sarasota to stay open.
Hurricane Irma is currently making its way through the Caribbean, and some forecast models show projected landfall somewhere in the state sometime Sunday. And because of the uncertainty, some parents say the closures are necessary.
I know a lot of people need time to prepare, and having to worry about going back and forth to get your children from school would be a little bit of a kink in that plan.
Still, there are those who are skeptical.
I think the storm shouldn't be that big of a deal. By the time it comes here, it won't be that big.
It might be a good idea, especially if the storm's coming in the middle of the state, but it does look like it might be pushing a little right.
But storm or no storm, some students say they're just excited about a day off.
I mean, I'm kind of glad because I don't have to come to school.
All right, Charlotte County schools will also be closed. They're closing both Thursday and Friday. Now, UCS and New College campuses will be closing their doors from the 7th through the 11th. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Bobeth. Lots of people are hitting the roads tonight, not taking a chance with Hurricane Irma. Northbound traffic on I-75 continues to be very slow going tonight with evacuees. That's been the scene all day today. ABC 7's Rick Adams joins us live on I-75 near Fruitville Road in Sarasota with more. Rick?
Yes, Scott, it's actually bumper-to-bumper traffic out here. I'm actually going to step out of the way to give you a little bit of a better look at things. We're being told it's been like this for most of the day, including this afternoon. Folks are getting as far away from Irma as possible. I-75 North has become like a parking lot instead of a major interstate.
I think it's just, people panic and they're watching the news, and then, with Hurricane Harvey, people see what's going on over there, and so they want to make sure that they're prepared. So it's understandable.
I almost got on it, and then I last minute avoided it because it was stop and go. I could see from about a half mile away how crowded and slow it was.
And if you are evacuating, do get ready for all this traffic and do plan ahead and give yourself plenty of time out here. Reporting live from Sarasota County this evening, I'm Rick Adams. Scott, back to you.
Much the same story, thank you, Rick, on Interstate 95 on the east coast of Florida. And remember that all tolls, the governor has lifted all tolls, so you won't have to stop and pay a toll on any of those toll roads throughout Florida. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, U.S. senators reaching out to Senate leaders prepping for Hurricane Irma, why they're asking for extra funding for this storm.
Now you can win a $50 Visa. It's easy. Just enter the word of the week at mysuncoast.com. This week's word is college. We'll pick a winner each week. Good luck. Game on, Suncoast. Get scores and highlights from the area's top high school matchups on Football Friday night, just after the news at 11:15. Sponsored by your local Honda dealers.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
I heard about the Dotole Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotole Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received J.D. Power Awards for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
U.S. Senators Marco Rubio and Bill Nelson of Florida are calling on Senate leaders to include additional funding for Hurricane Irma in a disaster aid package for Hurricane Harvey. Earlier today, the House passed the $7.85 billion aid package specifically for Hurricane Harvey relief. Adding funding for Irma would include costs FEMA might incur if this powerful hurricane does hit Florida hard. They hope Congress will approve the request and prepare for the worst. And up next, Bob Harrigan will be back with the First Alert weather forecast, the latest on Irma, its impact on us, and the latest track.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Attention blood thinner users. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If your loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Suncoast students are back in school, and a lot happens before your kids hear that first bell. You need local information before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 5. Get breaking news, plus first alert weather and traffic focused on where you live. Whether you're a teacher, a parent, or just preparing for your day, get local stories that impact you. Watch ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you. Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Well, a lot of people are wondering what's going to be happening with this storm. There's still a lot of uncertainty, not as much as there was yesterday, but still some there, and we're in that cone of uncertainty, meaning that there's still a potential that it could be on our coast, but it's getting less likely that's going to occur as the models have started to shift to the east, and now they're pretty much holed up. They're not moving back west much, and they're not moving too far east, and that means we could get tropical storm force winds here for certain, I think, in the interior counties as well as Sarasota and Manatee counties. The current path would take us into the rough weather late Sunday and into Monday morning. That's going to be the timing of the rough weather here on its current course. Potential flooding concerns. I want to bring this up because we are going to get some big storms even before the arrival of Irma as it moves along the east coast or possibly through the Bahamas. We are going to get the possibility of some feeder bands, and that always brings isolated tornado risk to our region. On top of that, we'll be close enough, I suspect, that we will get put under a tropical storm watch and possibly a tropical storm warning. It could be even higher than that. We'll have to wait and see. As far as the storm goes itself, it's a very large storm. It's not just a Charlie, it's a big storm. It has a wind field of tropical storm force winds out over 100 miles from its center, and in some cases to the right of the center and northeast of it. That's where we have over 125 to sometimes 160 miles off from the center of the tropical storm force winds. The forecast path, we showed you this earlier, showing it off toward the west-northwest. If it interacts with Cuba and follows this course, it will get beaten up a little bit more. But right now the projection is for it to stay off and move as a category dangerous, catastrophic Category 4 hurricane right into southeast Florida. And that means the winds will be very close to even Category 5 at this point. And on Saturday morning, just to the southeast of Florida. And then by Sunday afternoon, making landfall and pushing off toward the north and slightly to the northwest. Water temperatures extremely warm throughout this region, so there's still plenty of energy, and there's not a lot of shear expected or anticipated that would cause this system to be downgraded any more than 4, it looks like at this point. A lot of the forecast tracks still on the east coast. There are a few on the west coast, but again, these are all the same models with just little tweaks in it, the GFS in particular. But the main models that we use for projecting the storm are located along the east coast of Florida, which is not the best news for our state. Now, as far as the U.S. and British Virgin Islands go, it is pulling away, but it has left devastation behind in those islands. And as far as that trough is concerned, it continues to dig southward and off toward the east. It's a little stronger than projected. You can see these clouds moving off to the northeast right there. We hope that's still around as it makes its way through, but more than likely this trough is going to flatten out a little bit and head off into the Atlantic, leaving behind it a little piece of energy here as an upper level low, which will cause it to move more toward the north and possibly into the Carolina coast. Well, we have other storms, but not to worry. Jose is out there in the Atlantic, expected to move off toward the northwest into the open waters of the Atlantic. And we have a newly formed hurricane. This is Hurricane Katia, and Katia is expected to move into Mexico, bringing with it some very heavy rainfall and some dangerous mudslides into that coast of Mexico. So that'll be a problem as well. For us, a few showers are around right now down near Northport and Port Charlotte, heading off toward the northeast. We'll get to your forecast right now. The 7-day looks like this. A 30% chance tomorrow, so plenty of time. The weather should cooperate for you to get the activities done as far as picking up supplies for your hurricane supply kit. And then a good chance for storms on Friday, Saturday as well. And then the heavy rains move in late Sunday, Sunday night, and Monday morning. A possibility of flooding exists with that. We'll have much more coming up throughout the night.
Tonight, the strongest storm in a decade churning toward the U.S. as Florida braces for impact. Evacuations underway. We're right there in the path of Irma. This is where America turns. World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Need a light bulb? Batteries Plus Bulbs has a huge selection of LEDs starting as low as $1.49.
The one inside the clothes dryer.
Oh, you use the clothes dryer.
Visit batteriesplus.com for a store near you.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
This is important news for women who were administered chemotherapy intravenously for breast cancer and then suffered permanent hair loss. Some women administered the breast cancer chemotherapy drug Taxotere have suffered from permanent hair loss on scalp, eyebrows, and eyelashes. If you suffered permanent hair loss after chemotherapy for breast cancer, call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now to find out if you are eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Call now. Operators are standing by.
If you're thinking about replacing your windows, what matters most to you? We found what matters is high performance. Our customers want energy-efficient windows built for Florida weather. Windows that can stand everything from scorching sun to hurricanes. Our customers want windows that reflect their life, their lifestyle. Windows that will last a lifetime. We listen to our customers, and as a result, we're growing. So if you're looking to replace your windows, stop here at New South Window.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
When severe weather strikes, trust ABC7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Cars Family Circus has been canceled this weekend in Sarasota, but the show will go on at a later date. ABC's Linda Carson joins us now in the spotlight.
Come on up, baby.
The Cars Family Circus is getting ready for their Grandparents' Day show.
We have aerialists, we have jugglers, we have clowns, we have a hula hoop artist who's one of the best in the world. We have them from all different kinds of countries.
Carissa Carr is producing the show, performing on trapeze, and teaching her 8-year-old daughter the ropes. Would you like to be in the circus as a performer someday?
I am in the circus as a performer.
She's right. Genevieve is performing in the Grandparents' Day show.
I do chiffon, aerial fabric, and I color up chiffon.
Her mom says she doesn't mind practicing.
And now grab the fabric and pull yourself up. Her favorite thing in the world right now is aerial fabric. She is in love with it. And this is great for me because then I can use that as leverage for whenever she doesn't want to do homework or if she doesn't want to listen, I'll say, well, then we're not going to practice the fabric today. And she just hops too and does it.
Chrissy understands her dedication. She started on the trapeze at age 5. Her parents were traveling with Ringling Brothers when she was born.
When I was a tiny baby, we lived on the train, and I lived the first year or 2 of my life on the circus train. And then after that, we just kind of went back and forth from different productions.
Her circus roots are deep.
My grandfather was a circus clown, a very famous circus clown in South America. And since then, we just kind of kept the tradition going.
You need help now?
Chrissia's father is a famous trapeze artist and teaches circus performers at the Circus Warehouse School in New York.
I had myself 136 students just in flying trapeze per week. And the rest we teach silks, bars, trampoline, dancing, ballet.
He's in Sarasota to watch his daughter prepare his 3 granddaughters for a future in circus.
Genevieve is my 8-year-old, Angelique is my 6-year-old, and Vivian's my 4-year-old. And they're all Spitfires. They all want to do circus.
I'm so proud of them, so happy to see them like they follow our stuff.
He hopes they'll help keep the circus arts alive for future generations.
Yes, I hope they do circus. I don't want the circus arts to die.
The kids were so looking forward to performing at the Shrine Center this weekend. Unfortunately, the shows have been canceled because of Hurricane Irma. But they'll have another coming up soon. We'll let you know where and when you can see this amazing family in action. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
World News Tonight with David Muir is next. We'll see you again tonight at 11.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sport Utility for $269 per month, or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now, 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Explore amazing merchants on the Suncoast. Find great prices, products, and services. Go to mysuncoast.com to buy local today.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.